Inhaling through my nose, mouth closed, teeth clenched, filling my lungs with more than air. Some molecules of confidence, I hope, entering my bloodstream alongside the oxygen. At the precipice of the breath, I open my rental car door, silently praying that I've sucked in enough of whatever my soul needs, and I head toward the auditorium where I'll clip on a little lavalier microphone and I'll present to 500 or more first year college students at some park like university somewhere in the middle, like Pennsylvania, I think. This is a good place, by the way, to pause and share that among other professional identities, I've been a professional speaker for 20 years, specializing in helping college students all over North America build connections with each other and gather together around causes that matter to them. It's not the speech that requires that deep, fortifying breath. In fact, I've keynoted publicly like this thousands of times. That part, the speaking part, is easy. The words and the projecting and the posture and the body language and all the technical public speaker stuff is really easy and nowhere near to being the key to my success on that stage. No. The key for me isn't about what I say or how I say it. In fact, I could nail all that stuff and still kind of suck as a speaker. The key for me, the one thing that if I do it, it will unlock everything else for me that day, connecting with some of the people in attendance beforehand, like really connecting, talking to some of the audience members, seeing them and sensing that they see me, experiencing some moment of human connection that grounds me in the audience's lived experience, really connecting me to the people. I know this sounds like I'm making this up because, well, human connection is, what I'm all about, and it's what Between is all about. But guys, this is real. Recently, this exact thing happened to me, as it has many times in the past. I showed up at a location there somewhere in Pennsylvania. I parked. I took my breath. Got out of my rental car, headed into the auditorium, but my head was foggy. I was distracted by technology snafus and feeling annoyed by the shirt I'd chosen to wear. I was tired from, honestly, kind of a rocky day of travel the day before, and I was over caffeinating, and I was discombobulated. I tried to connect with some of the people, but I never really broke through. It was surface level chit chat. I couldn't get out of my head and into my heart. And that is a big problem as a speaker. As a professional speaker, to speak from one's head and not from one's heart is a death sentence. As I said before, I can nail all the technical speaking skills and stuff and still kind of be terrible. And that day recently, I kind of sucked. I was terrible. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure everyone was satisfied. It checked all the boxes. But when I got back in my rental car and drove away, I'll be honest, I felt empty and horrible. I knew that I had not been able to connect heart to heart with my audience in the way that was required of me. Okay, I'm going to make a leap to a Bible passage now that seems kind of like a non sequitur, but the connection is so clear to me. All right, here we go. I'm connecting me, not building connection with my audience prior to speaking to them, to, Jesus. Jesus deeply understood the distinct difference between people who speak from their head and those who speak from their heart. He sensed when people were caught in their scripts, but not caught up in each other's emotions. So much of his actual teaching was trying to make this point to the conservative, rules focused religious leaders of the time. At one point in Matthew chapter 8, he quotes Isaiah and says, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me." Whew, I feel that one. I honored that audience that day in Pennsylvania with my lips, but my heart was far from them. What a lesson. There's an old saying that goes, "They won't care what you know until they know that you care." That deep breath I took in the car was because, to be honest, it's sometimes really hard for me to work up the focus and energy to get my soul sparking and my heart's love kind of frothing. It is sometimes hard for me, the guy who teaches about sacred human connection, it's hard for me to connect with people sometimes. I tried that recent day in Pennsylvania. I really tried. I tried to connect and create moments with the people I was about to speak to, but to be honest, I failed. And because I couldn't connect my heart to theirs, it was hard for me to be successful in any meaningful way after that. I'm not sure if this is a message about how to be a better public speaker or how to live your life as a more faithful human. Maybe it's both. But I do know that if I fail to connect with people in basic human to human, heart to heart ways, it's really hard for me to do much else with them productively. So I hope you'll take that deep breath with me this week. We may not find connection 100% of the time, but if we try to suck in every molecule of courage and confidence with every inhalation, maybe we'll honor the people we encounter with our hearts and not just our lips. Hey, Between is about you. Take this message into your life this week and fill the space between you and every person you encounter with your sacred light. My favorite church is the space between people. Now go with God's love and create the church between.